Welcome to The Detail, the podcast that shines a light on the people behind beautiful spaces. Today I'm joined by Matthew Hutton, who runs Russell Hutton Kitchens, bespoke kitchens and cabinetry in Sheffield, Ecclesall Road. And let's jump into it. So welcome, Matthew. Thank you for joining us. A little icebreaker. After a hard day in the office, what's your drink of choice?
I like a good G&T.
Oh, me too, yeah.
A Brockman's gin.
Ooh.
Plenty of ice.
Yeah.
And maybe a bit of fruit thrown in there too.
Oh, lovely.
A few berries.
Yeah, oh, nice. Yeah, that sounds perfect, yeah.
That'd be my
I'm a G&T guy as well, so
yeah.
you're in good company. So, Matthew, could you start by telling us how you found yourself working in kitchens and interior design?
Well, I didn't set off to do anything to do with kitchens. I knew from a very early age I wanted to work for myself, but I didn't particularly have a direction that I wanted to go in. But I had an interest in architecture and design, and from college I ended up doing building studies that included architecture and surveying. And I fell into surveying, what sort of was useful in learning the costings and being able to measure, and an introduction to the building industry. But I'd found didn't float my boat. It wasn't. It wasn't creative enough, and it was a bit of a drab industry. And I wanted to go into architecture. But then an opportunity came up in doing some designs in a kitchen manufacturing showroom in Sheffield, and for a company called Brookman's, who were probably very early pioneers in the in-frame. I think they sort of started in the sort of 1975. So they were in with the sort of big companies like Sporbo, and when they were coming through, and they had a workshop in Jawbone Hill in Sheffield, and I worked for them, working in the everything from doing some factory work to in the showroom. And I liked the idea of the product as being a really designed, quite new, unique one-off projects, and that's what interested me in the kitchen side of things.
Oh, that's nice. So you went in like as a starter, didn't you? And you've learned your trade from ground up, basically.
Yeah. And there was no sort of there's no direction to head down that way. It just sort of fell and carried on organically, and we started off from there, just me and another guy from Brookman's who set up on our own.
Oh, right. So that's how you guys met. Right?
Yeah.
I actually did the similar thing to you. I did like building college, project management and things like that. And I worked in architecture for a little while as well.
Right,
so,
right.
Similar sort of background.
Yeah.
And now I love kitchens, especially yours.
But yeah, well, I think with the kitchen design, one of my things that I like about kitchens is the planning and layout of rooms. We do lovely kitchen furniture, but I think it's all about getting the space to flow, and I like the changing rooms round and maybe altering them with knocking walls through, and you might need to put a little bit of an extension on, but making a space really work, and that's my main interest, I think.
And the thing is about the kitchen, that I think probably in a home, that's like the most important room, isn't it? It's like the heart of the home. So it's worth like the extra attention, and someone having a bespoke kitchen from you, obviously they're wanting it to be all bells and whistles, aren't they? So you're getting to do all the nice little touches, aren't you, that's involved in kitchen design?
Yeah, and I think our furniture is very homely. It's quite a classic style, but we go from that being very classic to quite contemporary. But our detail is sort of minimal detail, so we don't like to be overly ornate, but just that classic, tasteful style, and then that's your clean lines in and modern layouts, whether it's the classic furniture or contemporary. I think they still have a very modern layout design, and I think that's what sort of sets you apart, whether you can design a layout or whether you just rather than just putting boxes in a room.
What skills did you learn in those early days that you think were very important that you still apply to your own business today?
Well, the details, and I think you really need to. We've always kept an eye on the sort of our target market, where we're wanting to be, and we like the small details of how the craft and how it goes together, the dovetail drawers, the nice runners, but things that have advanced from when I worked at Brookman's to how we are now. It's probably the systems of the drawers and the lift up mechanisms, and we introduced CNC machines down in our workshop, so we have that ability to cut shapes and form. It helps, especially with if you're wanting a template for something, or like a curved bunket seating. We've got the ability to do that very accurately. And I think that's what we've focused on, the accuracy of what we produce to make the furniture, those details.
And I think if you're buying like a bespoke kitchen like yours, and obviously to a degree you're paying a premium, aren't you? But for good reason, because like you said, you get the dovetail joints, you get all the nice little details like the decorative skirting, kickboard.
Yeah. And those things, it's all time. It's very labour intensive. The guys put the frames together on the bench, then the hinges are set into the doors and they hung within frames. So all those processes take skill and they're a time consuming, but that's how you get the detail for the finish. So
it's those things. I mean, they're a thing of beauty, really. That's the thing that ultimately makes them, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's not a mass-produced pieces. I suppose that's why we're still doing what we're doing. It is a very hard thing to mass produce, so we have advanced techniques on how we do it, how we produce our furniture now, but there's still always limitations to producing an in-frame product against a mass produced product.
And I suppose the thing is, because you can walk into like, I don't know, retail high street sort of kitchen companies, but with you're getting, it's almost like a mixture between interior design and kitchen installation, because I'm assuming you're going down to site, you're measuring up, you're actually listening to what they want, and you're helping make bespoke things that suit their lifestyle and the situation that the kitchen is in. Whereas normal at high street, they'll do that to a degree, but not to the sort of same level that you are, where you're creating solutions bespoke for them.
Yeah, we start with getting the layout right, and then once the layout's right, it's a case of moving forward to choosing like your worktops and your finishing touches and the colours. But we that's another part that we love doing. So we have trips down to the granite suppliers, and whether it be natural granites or quartz, we generally take clients to go and see the products and pick them out. And a lot of the time they go with an expectation of basically picking something that they didn't think they would have when they set off. They'll see something and it just grabs them, and like especially with the natural granites, it's some really nice materials. But then that leads on from the granites, it leads on to the colour palette for your room, and then choosing those, just fine tuning the colours along with the handle choices. We use Armand Martin, who makes some really nice handles. They're a British company. They're
Yeah,
based
they're
in
gorgeous.
Birmingham,
I've been
and
admiring them.
they've just really nice detail design to the fixtures and fittings.
So you started Russell Hutton Kitchens back in 1997, and so you've been doing it a long time now.
Yeah.
What have you found that's been consistent in the kitchen industry, and what have you found that's changed over that period?
I think the advancement in fixtures and fittings has been a big change. Like all the soft close drawers and hinges, and a lot of the mechanisms, the pocket systems, everything's developed to another level, and the adjustability is something that I think has really come on. Whereas when we've sort of grown through the teething pains of some of these products, where you're bringing them in and you're using them, and especially because we wanted to keep on the top of what's latest. But now I think they've got to a point where a lot of these products are really well thought through, and the systems are really good. So that's something that's really changed over the years.
Yeah. Craftsmanship and design are central to your philosophy. How do you think that those shape the kitchens that you're manufacturing?
Things like the larder cabinets, where we've got racks on backs of doors and all stained and veneered interiors, and internal drawer boxes that are dovetailed and finished to match.
Yeah, and I think obviously you're using like premium materials, aren't you? Like I'm assuming oak and walnut and things like that.
Yeah.
So yours are obviously a better quality than your average kitchen, I'd say, wouldn't you? And also because you're making things bespoke, you've got the opportunity to use like nice veneers and nice colours that people might not be able to buy generally.
Yeah, and I think the choice of cabinets is made to fit a space, and like bifold door systems we use a lot for breakfast cabinets, or it might be a bar, or various uses for a similar worktop standing cabinet. But it's becoming more popular now to have a lot of social furniture around your kitchen space, as in a bar area, or a media cabinet, or a boot room as you enter for the storage. So these are all rooms that we also incorporate into as additions to the kitchen, what help the space flow. So I think we generally start with the kitchen, but then they're the other areas what we sort of move out into and like to design alongside the kitchen.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point, isn't it? Because no longer usually in people's houses these days, especially if you're doing like a big project where you're knocking walls down or building a house. Places are more open plan, aren't they? So like if you do have like a TV in your kitchen, you are going to want like a nice media wall that reflects and complements your kitchen. So yeah. Like, that's something that's not really crossed my mind before, but yeah, it makes total sense.
And I think there's with open plan living it's a really nice concept, but people still do like areas that are zoned.
Yeah.
So it's within an open space of having set areas for like where you sit and watch TV in a snug area, or where you drinks area, and your sort of breakfast station, and then that might be different to where your dining room is. And where we are lucky with our projects, we get some really great projects, and we're in some fantastic properties.
So Russell Hutton's is known for in-frame kitchens predominantly, and your nice touches, design details, and craftsmanship ultimately.
Yeah.
Why do you think that's important to your customers? And I've noticed a trend in kitchens where Shaker's making like a big comeback, but in a quality kind of way. So why do you think that is?
I think it's quite it has that classic feel. It's quite a comfortable look and feels very homely. And I think that we've sort of gone through a period of very stark design, and I think that comfort is what people like, and it has that long-term feel of quality and something that you're happy to live with for many years. And the beauty of the furniture we do is it's not of a moment, it's classic. But if you want to change, 5-10 years down the line, you can change handles and repaint, have new colours, and it can look a totally different kitchen with very little expense compared to replacing. So I think it has that. It's quite universal. Even though you might end up spending a little bit more at the start, you've got something that's probably got a longer shelf life.
Yeah, I agree with you. And the thing is, like you said, we went through a period where everyone were wearing like slab kitchens, which were also very nice, especially if you've got a very contemporary home. But ultimately, like, this is never going to go out of fashion, is it? And like you said, you can update it. It's an investment, isn't it?
Yeah, and we don't just do classic. We do a lot with slab fronted doors, but we have a fusion where we will still have a classic edge to it. So it might be flat fronted doors, but we might still put the bead detail around the frame, or still put it in the frame, and it just gives it a more, I suppose, British look than just going down the German furniture. I do like some German furniture. Don't get me wrong, there's some really nice designs of the contemporary clean lines German furniture, but that's not really us. Our market is, we are a British company, and we like to design. We like our designs to be classic and our own twist, even if it is a bit more on the contemporary flat face side.
Yeah,
we're actually doing some development on a few new more contemporary versions of what we do. So
that'll be nice to see. Yeah.
That's what we're planning to put in the other side of the showroom when we fit that out.
Oh, brilliant! You'll have to have us back or come in.
Yeah, by all means, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, that's good. And because people now want to have like the toaster and the kettle, don't they, hidden in the bifold in like little cabinets, and pantries are like a big thing now, aren't they, which you can shut
Yeah,
it.
we do. We have a big. That's something it's generally on people's wish list. Pantries, larder cabinets. They're generally top of people's wish list now. The pantries where you guys come in a lot of the time. We've done a few pantries where they've been set off a kitchen, but having like the glass doors, it sets off the area, and then we can fit out inside and illuminate the pantry area, and it just looks a nice backdrop to a kitchen.
Yeah, they're lovely, some of them, are they? Yeah, I see some of your pictures, they're gorgeous.
Yeah,
so that's a nice point, actually. Like, people are actually wanting to display the pantry, and it's kind of like a lifestyle, is it? But they're wanting to see and make it look beautiful. For the rest of the kitchen. You
have all your pastas in your nice jars. It's you've got to keep on top of it. But that's having a good combination of shut-away storage and your display storage, so it's not all too. It doesn't all need to be show.
Yeah. So many of your customers describe what you've put in their kitchen as the heart of the home, and their expectations have far been exceeded. What do you think creates that level of satisfaction?
The area feel homely, and that space that draws people together. I think that's what you're ultimately trying to achieve. Kitchens traditionally were rooms in the back of a house where someone would go and make dinner, and then come in, then all meet in the dining room. But they're not now. They're an open space where the whole family gathers round, and one of you's maybe helping with the homework while trying to watch what's going on in the oven. So it's that family, bringing the family together. And I think the kitchen, if it's designed well, encourages that. And I think that's what makes that social space. And I think that's what people crave.
No, I think that makes sense. So you're saying ultimately it has to work as a space, doesn't it? And then when they see a worktop that they love, like, that's inspiring the rest.
And I think then that evolves to the colour scheme and the finishes, and that it's not a case of having to know those things.
Yeah, it's a journey.
They evolve because of what you've seen along the way. Then once you get to a point where it's all agreed and we sign off the drawings, then it goes into the manufacturer and the guys in the workshop who start their process of creating the furniture.
Yeah.
And that's where the craft starts.
So can you share like one project with us that you think is like your favouriteest, where you've like really wowed yourself and you can't believe how amazing it's worked out?
I don't know if there's one, but there's a few projects that there's lots of projects that I've enjoyed working on. There's one we've done recently where we started with a kitchen. It's quite a modern contemporary space in a very old traditional building that's been repurposed, and it's just got some really nice quirks to it. So the kitchen was a great space that we did first, but then we've gone on to do some seating off the kitchen area. We've done we've made an understairs wine room for them. We just fitted out some furniture in their hallway, so it's like some entrance furniture for a bit of a modern boot room. And then the latest thing we've done is fitted some garden room furniture that's sort of a little snug off the main room of the kitchen where the kids can go and chill out, and they've got some we created storage for gym equipment and an extra overflow drinks cabinet. So it's been a really nice project to just evolve and keep doing little bits of space as we've gone along.
But it's nice that you can do I know you do kitchens and bedrooms and you said boot rooms and things, but it's nice, like you said, you've done like the bespoke cabinetry to hold gym equipment and things like that. It is nice to do something like that. It's different from the day-to-day norm.
Yeah, and we get involved with bedrooms, the dressing rooms as well. But I think the majority of the work is the offshots from kitchens. So starting with the kitchen, then people want a boot room, a pantry, media cabinetry, and the feel of how you coming into the entrance hall, the drinks cabinets, they're all within your social space. We get involved with bedrooms quite often on projects where you're going throughout the property. A lot of the projects we do have significant extensions or knock-throughs in one area, and it's generally the areas linking around the kitchen. So that's our main target area, I guess.
It's a whole design journey that you're taking at the moment.
Yeah. We don't. You don't just come in and necessarily buy what you see in front of you.
I bet a lot of people do. It's very nice.
Yeah, well,
I know what you mean. Like
it's around the style, but it's but we like to make it individual to each project.
Yeah. So we met originally because you came to iSteel because you wanted some doors for your showroom, because I know you've done projects before with your customers.
Yeah.
What made you decide that you wanted iSteel to be part of your kitchen showroom display?
Well, we were working on a project in Baslow where it was quite an open plan space. Some steel doors in as part of the entrance. There were double doors into the kitchen area, and they had some. I think they had three sets of double doors with panels, and the detail was really nice. And then this kitchen had a pantry area just off the kitchen that also had one of the steel doors, and I just like the attention to detail with the slimline profile that we've seen other doors that have that kind of look but can look a little bit clunky. And I think just the the way you've got the sort of shadow gaps around the handle areas and between the junctions, it just looks right. And the frame, how you can end up with just like a 20mm frame rather than anything too bulky in the doorway. I think those little details are things that maybe not everyone can tell you what the difference is, but make the difference when to the designs and the aesthetics of it all. And that's why I wanted it in the showroom. We just really like those details and we've got 2 doors in here. We've got your sliding door, what we've put into the sort of utility area, and we have one of your traditional opening doors, but that is fire rated as well. I know it's unique to yourself. So
it's a funny thing, isn't it? Because our doors are quite delicate in reality, and ultimately a lot of glass. So you wouldn't think it'd have such a big impact, but when you do put them into a space, it really does finish them off. And then, without dominating the space, it is like a nice focal point. It's a point of interest, isn't it? Where you wouldn't expect it.
Yeah, and I think it where you've got an open plan space with the glass, it can define areas, but you've still got that open feel. But it does allow that division where people can make somewhere a little bit cozier than just being open. So I think like the screen partitions and the doors, the sliding doors where you can leave open or close off, it has that nice divide to set areas in an open plan setting, but without being too obtrusive.
Yeah, we have I think one of our perks is that we can do bifolding doors, fire rated doors, sliding doors, any kind of door usually, that all match throughout the home. So I think that's a big perk, because it's not like you're having to use different types of doors and different types of systems.
No, and I think when you do, like the project we did in Baslow, it had several uses of your system, but that continuity really it just creates a very distinct look. And another project where we worked on, they had a screen that divided a room that was used it was just off the kitchen, but it was a bit of a snug kids' playroom that could be shut away. And we're also doing a bar, an understairs wine area in there where you put in a door and a frame in. So yeah, it's not just your internal doors, is it?
Yeah, it's a nice complement to your bespoke service.
Yeah, and it does sit nicely against that furniture. And I hear you're also looking into doing more furniture.
Oh yeah, we are still to come, but yeah, we are. Yeah, armchairs and bar stools. Oh, you might like bar stools for your kitchens.
Yeah, bar stools would be good. Yeah. And I think the steel design to bring into some features in the furniture could look really nice as well.
Yeah, well, when we launch the furniture, hopefully be early next year, we'll give you a few bar stools to if you like.
Yeah, no, that we'd be happy to display them.
So what do you think are the biggest opportunities that you'd like to look forward to in the future for Russell Huttons?
Well, I think we, as well as working with the people coming in off the street and through recommendations, what brings in a lot of our work, collaborating with interior designers and architects. What we do that on a regular basis, but we're looking to build more ties with those people that get the insights of the projects that we like to be working on. So I suppose any interior designers or architects that would be interested in the in-frame, we just would like to make contact with them and work alongside to bring our furniture as part of their projects.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And the thing is, this is like an interior designer's dream, isn't it, in here? And you can achieve anything more or less that they want to. So
yeah, we're happy for them to use our space as well. And it's great working with designers and other other specifiers, because they have their ideas, and you can chew ideas through between you, and it's that collaborative, bringing in new details, and that's what helps move you forward. So yeah.
So if people want to book an appointment or just come and see your showroom, what's the best way to get in touch? How can they find you?
Well, we're in the showroom on Ecclesall Road. We're at the banner cross end of Ecclesall Road, and you're welcome anytime to come in. It is great if you book an appointment, because we can make sure we're allotting time and can sit down and go through your wish lists, and just give you time to discuss the project and show you through the show you around the showroom. But if you pass in and you want to pop in, just call in. So on Instagram or the website, we have a website where we've got an inquiry page on there, so drop us a line on the website, but just go and have a look at some of the past projects that we've done on the Instagram.
And we'll also share like all your contact details, your website, your phone number in our show notes, so people get in touch that way if they decide to.
Cool.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. It's been a brilliant experience. Lovely kitchens, it's gorgeous.
It's great.
A lovely environment to come and just have a nosy at for ideas.
No, it's good. It's good for you to pop over, and thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Cheers. Take care.